We again have a live look in California, LA, the Pacific Palisades fire you're looking at, now the most destructive in Los Angeles city history. Already destroying 1,000 homes and other buildings, nearly twice as many as the number lost in a fire of Sylmar in 2008.
President Joe Biden approving a major disaster declaration for California to clear the way for a surge of federal funds and resources. This fire prompting an evacuation order for at least 70,000 people. Now we know of at least 2 people dead and many others, including firefighters, injured.
The 4 fires burning in the area now counting together, consuming about 22 square miles and growing. That's almost as big as the city of Meridian. Now remember, the fires only sparking since yesterday morning and into the night to get to the size.
More and more people losing power because of the fires. PowerOutage.us shows more than 1.5 million customers without power this afternoon, and a couple hours before it was less than 500,000. Nearly 1 million of the outages are in Los Angeles County alone. Now we do want to take a look at some video that was sent to us just a short time ago from a friend of mine in Los Angeles. If we could pull that up for you. Hopefully we have it. This is driving along Sunset Boulevard about a mile toward the Palisades Village on the west side of the 405 freeway. It's between Brentwood and Temascal, if you're familiar with the area. This is the heart of the Palisades fire. The level of destruction here from the fire is extraordinary on the ground in these neighborhoods. He says they've been in a hotel room and evacuated. As you can see, the houses, businesses, this is a thriving area. Used to be. It's all charred now to the ground with the smoke and haze hanging over the neighborhoods. Everything burned or abandoned. A couple of structures still standing. Now, just yesterday, these were thriving homes and businesses, and indeed, as you can see, looks like something out of a war zone there on the ground. It's tragedy what's happening there.
Yeah, these flames being fanned by powerful winds. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Roland Stedham. Roland, our calm weather is connected to these deadly winds in California.
It is, and what's making this wind event so unusual is the combination of 2 features in the western United States. Number 1 is our ridge of high pressure that is spinning in a clockwise direction. You can see how these clouds are going from the north down toward the southwestern part of the country. Number 2 is a very intense little area of low pressure across southern Arizona, spinning in a counterclockwise direction. So this is funneling air from the west. From the east. This is funneling air in from the north and from the east, and it's all converging right on Southern California, and that's why this windstorm has been so ferocious, with winds as high as 80 to 100 miles per hour. Now, as the air descends down through the canyons, it also begins to accelerate. As the air gets squeezed through those canyons, and we know there's a lot of them there, very close to the Los Angeles basin, the air accelerates. So that's what's made this such a destructive storm. We still have high wind warnings which aren't in effect until 6 p.m. If there's any light at the end of this tunnel, is that this weather scenario is going to begin to relax. So high wind warnings are going to be allowed to come down 6 p.m. West Coast time, winds of 30 to 45 miles per hour, gusts of 60 to 80 miles per hour, and it's all across Southern California from the Mexico border all the way out there to Santa Barbara. So closer to home, the high pressure has just generated very dry conditions. We have a weak little disturbance generating a few clouds for us tonight, but that's about it. Tomorrow is going to be a mostly sunny day with temperature readings getting up to 37 degrees. Now the high pressure is going to begin to weaken for us. It may allow a weak storm on Friday. More on that in just a few.
Now, Nampa's mayor sharing a statement on the California fires. Debbie Kling says in part that her heart goes out to the victims of the fires and asks the community here to send prayers to first responders there.
We're still waiting on what's behind that bang, neighbors report hearing.
It happened right before a house burst into flames in Meridian. Now, no, ATF investigators are helping local crews figure out the cause. The only person in the house at the time, able to get out unhurt.
The Horseshoe family now asking for help. They say the home and their cars, as you saw, a total loss. They say they need to find a place to stay as they rebuild. So far, nearly $14,000 raised through donations.